The way I know if it still sticks is if the next person, if I see them like on a Zoom meeting, or I see them in person, and I still have some irritation towards them, I know that it hasn't been fully processed. And I'm also quite aware of that. And how I personally test it, I don't even wait till I see their name on Zoom or I see them in person. I have their name written out and I look at the name and I think about them and I wonder, okay, Mr. Mind, you still got problems with them? You see? I don't even wait to go see them because I don't want that negative judgment to be directed towards them for any longer than it has to be. I want to clear it quickly. So I definitely have that attitude. It's like a gung-ho, like no negativity allowed here. So
that's like, I'm sending love your way. I don't want to send anything else your way. I'm sending love.
Yeah, nothing else, just love. Just love. And so, and the time of reaction keeps shortening over the years. It just keeps shortening, and for that, I am grateful. I am so grateful because it was miserable being down and out for a couple of weeks, being upset at that person. Miserable. And I thought back then that I was kind of enjoying the sulking. It's interesting, almost like a righteous sulking. If you know what I mean by that. Right? Like, well, I'm right. They did do me wrong. So this sulking is due to them. So, I'm going to just stick with it.
Justified in my sulking.
Exactly, the justification. So then there is a certain energy of yeah, that type of thing. And now I look back and I was like, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? Why would I torture myself? What's the point of sticking in the mud? Is it really that fun to hold something against someone else?
And then you can go and ask other people's opinions. I'm right to be mad, aren't I?
Yeah, exactly.
Get everybody else on the same bad.
Then you can, yeah. Then you can talk to your friends and go, yeah, see how I'm just, and maybe if they're kind of because that's how gossip happens.
Mm-hmm.
Gossip happens when your friends start to justify your negative opinion towards someone else. That's how gossip happens. Not only that, but it poisons their mind towards the person that you're talking about. So one has to kind of be careful about who you process with, because that person could be turned against the person who you're speaking about. So helpful to work with someone who's more level-headed and not so judgmental, but rather just listening. And even better, and I've said this before, if that person could then show you, well, look, maybe this person had a right to feel that way because of what you said or what you did, and they maybe try to put a little bit different perspective and spin on that other person's reaction. And like a psychologist is very good at that. Very good at, what about this point of view? Did you ever consider this? It's like, oh, wow, I never thought that person would feel that way because of that. And then it starts to soften your judgment towards them because you get another point of view that you didn't think of before. All along, you thought you were totally justified. And now that you're getting maybe where they might be coming from, which is a little bit different, that can help to clear out things in the mind. At least until you've really grown the spiritual energy in your heart. Then you just won't have to think about it so much. It's not about thinking. It's just about being in the heart, being in the presence. And that annihilates all judgment and negativity. You just don't, that stuff can't even survive in your system. It's so powerful.